Now let me start. Number system basically will be introducing you various kinds of numbers and the classification. So as we had done the Venn diagram, you both have completed. You know by now, you know that there are a set of rational numbers, there are a set of irrational numbers, complex numbers, natural number, whole numbers that we had already studied. So based on that Venn diagram, now I suppose that you know the basic concept. Today, we are progressing towards a new theory, that is finding a set of defined numbers in between two numbers. So for example, I'm giving you, there are few numbers S and P. Just imagine there is a number S and another number is P. So two numbers are given, S and P. And just in between S and P, I want you people to find 5 different rational numbers. So what you have to do? What is the question? In between S and P, you have to find 5 rational numbers. Can you give me the form of rational number? What is the form? In which form we have rational numbers? Yesterday only you have told me. What is that?
P upon Q,
It is
where
always the
both are
form.
integers and Q is not equals to 0.
Very good. Where the main condition is Q should not be equal to 0. Otherwise, it will be a irrational number. Right? So this is what now one method that I'm going to tell you in today's lecture. You will be going to apply it in solving your 1.1 unsolved exercise of your textbook. That is, whenever these kind of questions are asked, what you will do, the first method is to directly add S and P and divide it with 2. This is my first method. I will add these two numbers and will divide it by 2. Then again I will be having two numbers, this number and P. Again I will do the same with these two numbers. Similarly, with each steps, how many numbers? 5 numbers I want you people to find in between S and P. So this is something that I am going to tell you, the general formula. This is my general formula that I am telling you right now. If it is not visible, I can share the whiteboard also. I think it's inverted. You are getting the mirror image.
No, ma'am, it is visible.
It is visible. Okay. Okay, people. So this is what I want to tell, the first method of finding a definite number of rational numbers between two given numbers, S or P. So this method you are going to apply. And another thing is we need to know some differences between rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers by now you know that is it is in the form. What are irrational numbers? Who will tell? Irrational numbers. Who will tell? Irrational numbers के बारे में आपने पक्का सुना होगा. What are they? Can you give me the example? Example of any irrational number so that I can explain you.
3.14, like the value of pi.
That is the value of pi. Yes. So pi is the most common example of irrational number, students. Pi is the value is 3.14 and many more digits. So basically, irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-repeating. What you will be writing? Irrational number after decimal digits, it will be non-terminating. आप देखेंगे 3.14 and there are number and it will never terminate. Even after many digits, it will not terminate at any point. So even it is not repeating. अगर repeat होगा तो what is the system? For example, 2.552155215521. After the decimal digit, you people should always say it as a single digits. ऐसे कभी नहीं बोलना है 5521. 2.55 नहीं बोलना है कभी भी. आपको being a science student, you should know that after decimal digits, it's always 5. Even I have seen engineers talking like this. What is this? What is the dimension of this table? It's 2.55. So this sounds very bad. Or interviews में these points will cut your marks. So always be very specific that after decimal digits you will write 55. ऐसे बोलोगे. You will speak like this. 2.55 या फिर 2.552155215521. Here you can see that some set of numbers are repeating. right? My voice is loud and clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So this same thing can be written as 5521 bar. And this bar represents that 5521 is the number of digits which are repeating after a certain, it is repeating up to infinite time. So this can be written. And then you can put triple dots to show that it is non-terminating but repeating. So this is the example of non-terminating. In your second unsolved example, in your textbook, first exercise is only based on the numbers, whole number, natural numbers and their concepts, plus finding some of the specific types of rational numbers between two numbers. This is the only thing in your first exercise, only 3 questions. From your second exercise, the new concepts are introduced, and these are the concepts of rational numbers, irrational numbers, and few classifications which we are going to explore right now. So these classification are rational numbers. You people know that it is in the form p by q, where q is not equal to 0, and p can be negative or positive, any integer. Irrational number may you now have given me the example of pi, which is 3.1423, and it goes up to infinity, which is neither terminating nor it is repeating. This is important as the concept of irrational number. Similarly, the under root of each and every prime number is also an irrational number, because if you are going to solve it, it will never repeat and it will never terminate. So can you give me the example of prime numbers?
3, 5, 7.
Yes. Even 2 is a prime number, isn't it? है ना?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So under root of these numbers are also in the category of irrational numbers. Am I clear now?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this is okay. And then there exist few different categories, which includes the numbers which are non-terminating. Non-terminating मतलब रुक नहीं रहा, कहीं पे terminate नहीं हो रहा है, खत्म नहीं हो रहा है. So it is non-terminating but repeating. So this is the category of third category numbers, that is numbers which are non-terminating but repeating. ठीक है? और कौन सी कैटेगरी बची? टर्मिनेटिंग एंड रिपीटिंग, दैट इज डन. टर्मिनेट हो रहा है और रिपीट हो रहा है, वो तो बहुत सिंपल है. अगर 2.5555 है तो दिस इज सिंपल, 2.5 बार एंड दिस इज अप टू 4 टाइम्स, राइट? जो टर्मिनेट हो रहा है मतलब दिस इज नॉट गोइंग अप टू इंफिनिटी, तो उसको आप लिमिट कर सकते हैं एंड यू कैन राइट इट एज बार. तो बार का रिप्रेजेंटेशन है कि द नंबर ऑफ डिजिट्स जो भी बार के अंदर आता है और उसके बाद 7. तो आई विल राइट 2.5. अच्छा, 2.55557. इसको आप कैसे लिखेंगे? टेल मी.
Ma'am, in PYQ form.
In p by q, that will be तो directly rational numbers. That will be directly rational numbers. Try to get p by q form first. Try to get the p by q form. And then I'll be sharing the link of the Google Doc with you people, so that you can solve those questions which I have prepared in the question banks. So in the chat, you will be finding that and you will be solving it. Before that, let me share the meanwhile you will complete this. You give me the example in the p by q form. I want the answer, and then I will share the leftover concepts of the chapter. You finished this? Any doubt in this? Whatever I have explained, this is up to your 1.2. All the unsolved questions will be solved up to this. If you will cover and understand these many concepts, you will be able to solve up to exercise 1.2. Now I'll be giving you some brief on the other topics. I want you people to solve that Google question bank by the end of the lecture, so that you will be able to understand each and every concept, and then only the solving part will be left. So let me introduce you everything first, and then we'll move to the queries. So let me start the main concepts now. So if this is clear, now let me start the PowerPoint that we just did yesterday. Any doubt till now, students? And what is the answer you got for this? I'm waiting for the answer.
Ma'am, it is 25557 upon 10,000.
Okay, you simply divided it, right?
Yes, ma'am, we
That,
shall simplify also.
yes, you have. This is the first step, and then only if it's gets if it is getting rationalized, or if it is getting some cancellation done, or some common factors you can find out, then and then only you have to reduce that fraction into simpler forms. But maybe you are not
I
getting
don't
right
think,
now. You
no,
must not
it
be
is, I think, not reducing.
Yes,
Ma'am,
it's
it's
not
the, I
reducing.
think, simplest
So
form.
that's okay. That's a simplest form, dividing it with the 10,000, right? Okay, now
Yes, ma'am.
students, I'm sharing the things that we had just left yesterday. We had done up to this. We had covered the concepts of this flow chart you people have drawn very beautifully, and everything was explained. And I think this by now you people know. This is nothing but the simple theory of different kind of number systems that we have, and how can we have rational and irrational numbers. I think you are also having some background of complex numbers and imaginary numbers. Do you people have some background, some knowledge of complex numbers?
No.
Not complex numbers, ma'am, a little bit about
Because
imaginary
a
numbers.
plus ib form, it's always in the form a plus ib. I in place of I, many people write J also. So agar in exams, it can be A, or it can be I, or it can be J. So complex numbers दोनों ही तरह से represent होते हैं. You should get an idea कि कहीं भी I और J के form में, तो they are the complex numbers. Okay, let me explain you. इसमें few things may be new. Complex आप दोनों ने लिखा था. I've seen your notes. So you both have completed it: natural, whole, integer, rational, real. This much you have covered. You can see that in this real, let me annotate, in this real set, imaginary is out. You can see that real and imaginary have two different sets, no intersection. That means they are basically the two different numbers which are not coinciding. अगर real है तो imaginary नहीं है, imaginary है तो real नहीं है, and together combining the real part and imaginary part will make a complex number, जो आपने लिखा है a plus ib. So this is the complex number, and let me tell you, this a is the real part, which is this part. ये पूरे में से कुछ भी हो सकता है, anything up to this. And ib में b1 जो b है, that is the imaginary part. So basically आप देख सकते हैं complex numbers is the superset, वो सबसे बाहर आया है, right? So complex numbers are the superset, and the subsets are real number and imaginary number. So basically I'll show you with the help of is that clear, or should I explain it more? Is it clear, or let me use a whiteboard for explaining you the concept. I have told you that complex number is the superset. अगर आपने अभी थोड़ा कम पढ़ा है इसके बारे में, but let me tell you, because these introductions are there in your textbook. So complex numbers, which is the superset, now I will divide it in two parts with the help of a flow chart. What I'll do, if I'll divide complex number, it will be having two parts. One is real and the another one is imaginary. You can write down the one part will be real and another part will be the imaginary part. तो जो उसमें a था, according to the equation which we were using, imaginary, real was a and imaginary was b. अभी के लिए let me write b. What I will write, imaginary is b. Now the proper complex number will be in bracket a. मैंने आपको बताया है ना कि इसमें कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर में आई भी यूज होता है, जे भी नोटेशन यूज होता है, तो एनी नोटेशन यू कैन फॉलो, a plus ib. So now am I clear with this? So real number के अंदर जो भी आपने flow chart बनाया है, that flow chart is under real number. We are only concentrating on real numbers now. Whenever the complex numbers will be introduced, we will be focusing on this part. But right now we will focus only on real numbers. और real numbers में आपने पूरा का पूरा Venn diagram आज मुझे just before the session. Yes, yes, Saurav, ask the doubt.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, but what is the purpose of this I before
Yes,
the B?
that is very important. This I is basically, this I represents that this is a complex number and the purpose is nothing but just to indicate that now we are dealing with complex number. If I'll write 55, this is only a real number, right? This is just a real number. I will understand that this is just an integer, a natural number, a whole number, everything this is. So this is not a complex number. But when I will write 55 plus I1, या फिर I2, this in itself shows that now we are talking about complex numbers. So the presence of I only will tell us, this is the only indication that will guide us that now we are dealing with the complex numbers. And once we'll deal with the complex number, they have a different set of algebra, they have a different set of rules. So this will be done when we'll be coming to this topic. But in and all, in this lecture, I just want you people to be having just a brief idea over this new kind of number systems which are introduced. So if this is clear, we will go to the main real. हमें अभी जो focus करना है, I have seen your whole जितना भी अभी आपके topics से cover up किए हैं, that only covers real part. So in first chapter we need only the we need to explore only the real part Venn diagram जितने भी उसके अंदर आते हैं, that उसमें कोई भी error या कोई भी confusion हमारे मन में नहीं होना चाहिए. So I think all the number systems which are under real section, that is clear to you too. Is it right? दोनों को clear है? जितना real में आता है उतना तो I think that is pretty clear, right? ये इतने part में जो natural, whole, integer, rational, these are clear to you two people, है ना? Okay, so if this is clear, now let me tell you one basic thing, ki what is most important in understanding the concepts of complex number. I have already explained. Real number mein we are going to focus in chapter number 1, which includes natural number, whole numbers, integers. So we are going to focus on rational numbers also, and there is one another set which is also in real number, that is irrational numbers also. So rational plus irrational will give you real number set. मैं सेट थ्योरी इसलिए बार बार यूज करती हूँ, दिस मे बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन क्लास 11th, आपको 11th में आएगा, बट इसकी ये दिस इज आल्सो वेन डायग्राम. ये अभी आपको बताएंगे नहीं, मगर 11th में इस सबके साइंटिफिक टर्म्स दे विल टेल यू. So by then you will be having some idea in your mind when you will be using it right from class 9th. So now let me tell you, rational numbers are pretty much clear to you people. You know about rational numbers. Now let us skip rational. We are talking about irrational numbers. अभी आपने आदित्य बताया था pi की value, pi is 3.14159365358979 ... it goes up to infinity. So you are now clear, it is not stopping, and even we cannot find any pattern ki we can find something is repeating. Can you find any pattern in this? So it is irrational. So again it is irrational. So now we will talk about fractional numbers. Fractional numbers are nothing but the combination of two numerator and denominator होगा. उसमें numerator होगा एक, for example if I am talking about m by n, so it will only be representing us some part of the total section. देखिए जैसे कि cake का part आपको दिखाया, and fractions we have already covered in our lower classes, but let me give you a brief. It will only show you that some part of this whole complete figure we are talking about. So this will always be in numerator by denominator form. अच्छा, numerator किस वाले को कहते हैं, ऊपर वाले को कि नीचे वाले को? ऊपर वाले को. So never be confused. ऊपर वाले को numerator कहते हैं, and the denominator is नीचे वाला. Okay, integers are the numbers which include both the positive and the negative negative side of the numbers. So it also includes zero. तो जीरो भी रहेगा, प्लस एंड माइनस भी रहेगा. वो आपकी बुक में एक एक्सरसाइज दिया है कि एक सैक लेके अ गर्ल इज गोइंग, शी इज पुटिंग इन 0, and then the sac has 0 in it. So what's the total quality, and what's the name of the sac? Now it is whole number sac, it is natural number. This exercise is given in an interesting way so that you people can understand the things the way we have understood already as Venn diagram. वही सेम चीज को उन लोगों ने बोरी लेके समझाया है कि एक लड़की है जो numbers को इन कर रही है. So she is putting in various rational numbers, then she puts on some negative numbers. Now what is the sac is total, it is called, it is now integer sac. So that is one of the activity that is shown in your textbook. Natural numbers, we have the idea now. 0 is included in natural or not included? Aditya?
No, not included.
Not included. So decimal expansion of a number will be okay. Decimal expansion की जैसे हम बात करें तो अभी जो हमने यहाँ पे देखा उसमें terminating भी था. Terminating मतलब ये वाला example. This was terminating. तभी तो आप p by q निकाल पाए. सौरभ ने p by q उसका निकाला because it was terminating. रुक तो रहा था, खत्म हो रहा था कहीं पे. जो कभी खत्म ही नहीं होगा उसका p by q निकालना is very difficult. या फिर उसका approximation लेना पड़ेगा. Approximation up to, जैसे हम pi को हमेशा 2 digit approximation में ही बोलते हैं. 3.14 ही बोला जाता है, तो it is approximation up to 2 digit decimal, 2 decimal digits. तो that is done. Non-terminating, non-recurring, non-repeating मतलब repeat भी नहीं हो रहा, recurring भी word use कर सकते हैं, repeating भी use कर सकते हैं. Terminate भी नहीं हो रहा, repeat भी नहीं हो रहा, reoccur भी नहीं हो रहा, that is recurring. तो non-terminating, non-recurring का कौन सा example आ गया? pi. बच्चे यहाँ पे आप लिखते चलिए. यहाँ पे आप terminating का एक example लिख लीजिए. Let me write it down for you people so that you will have some example. Terminating में you keep writing 1.4 is the terminating decimal digits. Non-terminating में it's the value of pi. It is non-terminating, it is non-repeating. Non-terminating बस reoccurring. हाँ, ये वाला example जो हमने third example ये वाला दिया था. ये वाला याद है example 2.552155215521 up to infinity. तो ये मैंने जो example दिया था, write down this example in the third category. So there are 3 category of decimal expansions. So let me write it here. 2.55. My example was 5521, so I'll take the same example और ऊपर एक बार लगाना पड़ेगा. Because bar represents that it is repeating, और नीचे मुझे I have to show 3 dots which represents that it is recurring but non-terminating. रुक नहीं रहा है. So I'll be using a bar. Bar मतलब होता है कि कोई भी digits जो मेरी repeat हो रही हैं. Oh, it's overlapping with pi, but you have now you have this concept in your mind. So let it be. So is that clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'll be giving you a brief introduction of each and every section. जो 3 हमने किए उन तीनों के बारे में थोड़ा थोड़ा आपको knowledge होना चाहिए. As I have already explained, so let us quickly move towards the next topic. And okay, decimal expansion तो हो गया. Fractions is done. Integers. Okay, terminating decimals. So this is the example, simple terminating one. A decimal expansion in which it is terminating, right? आराम से ये दिख रहा है. एक सिंपल सा हमने जो एग्जांपल लिया वैसे ही आप भी कोई भी रैंडम एग्जांपल ले सकते हो. ओके, सो आप भी कोई भी एग्जांपल लेके टर्मिनेटिंग डेसिमल डिजिट्स दिखा सकते हैं. हमने आपको इससे पहले वाली स्लाइड में आई हैव शोन यू. नाउ नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग, एज आई हैव एक्सप्लेन, पाई की वैल्यू लिखी है आपने, दैट इज ओके. नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग एंड नॉन रिकरिंग, that is also recurring is repeating. They have written the sentence as I was telling you. So the examples of all the 3 we have done. Any doubt till now? These are the 3 forms of decimal expansions. Okay.
No doubt.
Okay, if there's no doubt, we will be progressing towards your main topic, that what is a number line. Who will tell?
A line which represent number on it.
Numbers on it, and those numbers are basically the integer numbers. So it is an infinite line which shows positive sets of number, negative sets of number going infinitely in both the direction with 0 in center. So basically each marking is at proper distance, proper spacing is there, that is important. Between each space, between each consecutive numbers, there will be proper equal distance between each of them. So that you have to learn ki in a number system, whenever you are drawing, you should have equal spacing between each numbers. So that you must be knowing, and this number system, number line you must be drawing, है ना, बहुत पहले से कर रहे हैं, 9th में तो नहीं इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ है. It was introduced in 6th now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
ma'am.
I think you know that.
कब, उससे भी पहले?
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा, तो सुनिए, ये आपको जो, ये जरूरी नहीं है, ये आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि आप इसको कितना रखना चाहते हैं. आप इसको चाहें तो जब हम रफली अपने नोटबुक में बनाते हैं या फिर कहीं रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, तो इसमें आप इक्वल डिस्टेंस ले लेना. जरूरी नहीं है 1 यूनिट ही हम दिखा रहे हैं, उसको आप लिख सकते हैं ऊपर. इक्वल डिस्टेंसिंग पे ध्यान देना मेनली. और इक्वल डिस्टेंसिंग देखिए यहाँ पे लिखा है यूनिट, जो भी पर्टिकुलर यूनिट आप ले रहे हैं वो 1 भी ले सकते हैं, 0.5 भी ले सकते हैं, बट दैट शुड बी सेम थ्रू आउट. क्योंकि क्या होता है, कई बार हमें नंबर लाइन पे 7.8 दिखाना है, तो वो हमें स्केलिंग करनी पड़ती है उसकी. वी हैव टू कंसाइज द नंबर लाइन. तो इसलिए आपको वो ध्यान रखना है कि कभी भी ये नहीं होने पाए कि आपने नंबर लाइन बना दिया और नंबर लाइन में जो मेन फोकस एरिया है, जहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, वो आपका आउट ऑफ रेंज जा रहा है. तो यू कैन हैव स्केलिंग डन. आप उसको छोटा कर सकते हैं और ऊपर लिख भी सकते हैं कि one unit is equal to these many centimeters. So this way you have to always scale down your factors. So if this is clear, now अच्छा, सक्सेसिव मैग्निफिकेशन मेथड है. आई थिंक दिस इज वेरी क्लियर. ये इसमें कोई नया चीज नहीं है. जो हमने 5 और 6 के बीच में जो स्केल का कॉन्सेप्ट है ना, स्केल में 1 सेंटीमीटर में हाउ मेनी मिलीमीटर्स आर देयर?
10.
10. And in 1 millimeter, how many decimeters are there? अच्छा, डेसीमीटर 10. हाँ, डेसीमीटर सुना है ना? सुना है?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो इस तरह से वही सेम कॉन्सेप्ट इसमें है. सक्सेसिव मैग्निफिकेशन कैन बी डन बिटवीन द 2 consecutive markings. तो अगर आप 5.3 और 5.4 के बीच में कर रहे हैं तो 5.31, 5.32, 5.35 ऐसा आ जाएगा. और सिमिलरली अगर मैं उससे भी छोटा करना चाहूँ तो डिपेंड करता है कि मुझे कितना, जैसे 5, ये तो बहुत बड़ा डिवीजन हो गया. 5 and 6 उसके बीच में मैंने 2 नंबर ले लिए, तो इसको हमने मैग्नीफाई किया एंड 5.3, 5.4 आर द 2 नंबर्स. नाउ इन बिटवीन देम आई हैव अगेन 10 सेट्स. तो उसके बाद हम सेकंड डेसिमल डिजिट्स पे चले जाएंगे. 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5 एंड उन्होंने लिया 3, 7 and 3, 8. अगेन दे हैव डिवाइडेड इनटू 10 पार्ट्स. और उसको भी डिवाइड करेंगे तो कौन सा डेसिमल डिजिट्स आ जाएगा? थर्ड. ओके, I think Saurav is writing down something. What, Saurav?
No, ma'am, nothing. I am not writing anything.
Okay, so I think this is pretty clear. Ki if the number line is given, we can divide it in as many ways as we want. और वो जितना concise होगा, this is the most concise value of the overall equation. तो हम जितना ज्यादा उसको प्रिसाइज जाते रहेंगे डिविजन्स में, विल बी गेटिंग मोर एक्यूरेट रिजल्ट्स. ओके, इज दैट क्लियर? दिस स्लाइड इज क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if this is clear, in and all, I'm just completing your whole chapter 1 as a brief. I'm completing each and every topic of your chapter 1. और इसके बाद what I will be doing, this is your only second class, so I should not bombard you with all the questions. There will be a small question bank. This you will do in front of me, और उसके बाद you will be getting one question set for your own practice that you can do. See, okay, have you ever done spiral method of finding irrational numbers on the number line? Is that given? Is that given in your textbook? See, just okay, I have this one. Let me check.
It is given.
It is given, but before which exercise it's given? It is in the last, right? The last exercise. It's given in this section after completing 1.3. उसके बाद दिया है ना? Yeah, it's given. Okay, 1.4 में तो अभी जो हमने magnification वाला किया, the whole concepts are given in magnification numbers. Then operation, it's given in the last. So that's all right. I can cover it right now. See, there are few methods of finding irrational numbers value on a number line. Number line तो आपने देख लिया कि how we are dividing it into various sections and how we are giving it precise values. उसके लिए हम क्या कर रहे हैं? Now, similarly, for finding a spiral method is used for irrational numbers, and this method is very much effective, and this will be using one theorem that you have already learned in your geometry, that is Pythagoras theorem. You are aware of that theorem? So let me show you this in your textbook. और अभी तक हमने क्या कवर किया सौरभ एंड आदित्य, लेट मी शो यू, और उसके बाद टेक्स्ट बुक में जैसा दिया है दैट वी विल डू फॉर दिस स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक. Let me open this textbook. You have your textbook in front of you?
Yes, ma'am.
In today's lecture, we have already covered up to 1.5. ठीक है, 1.5 तक we can have questions done. Laws of exponents हम थोड़ा करेंगे, and let me get to each and every topics which are there in the question. अच्छा, in maths, which reference book are you people are following?
R.D. Sharma.
R.D. Sharma is best. Okay. So from R.D. Sharma also, I want you